Two-horse race out in front. Neil Bonnet doing it for Valvoline and the Raymond Pontiac coming off turn 4. Bobby Allison sits right behind him. Then Ron Esau doing a great job there in 3rd place.
Dave Marcus up to 4th from 15th position at the start, so he is a big mover in this field.
Dave's been having some problems getting the car to handle. Had a big lose yesterday in qualifying, so the time that he set on Friday was the time that stood, and this is the scrap for the lead. Bobby Allison on the inside, and Allison, the Daytona 500 winner, goes to the lead. Neil Bonnet settles back into 2nd place. Buick LeSabre versus the Pontiac into the tri-oval. A long gap back to Ron Esau, Dave Marcus and Herschel McGriff. They work the back straight, and Bonnet goes back into the lead again on the inside of Bobby Allison. Good move there. Keeps Allison wide now, tucks back on the inside, and they are playing a game of drafts now at probably 240 kilometres an hour, as once again Allison will not accept that. He comes back down on the inside as the two of them race down to turn 1, but Bonnet chops. Hangs in there on the outside, and Bobby Allison coming now once again onto the back straight. Bonnet has the run of the race on the outside, but Allison is very quick down through here. How much closer can you get? There's the view from race cam. Bobby Allison just feeding back on the inside. Bonnet again goes down the outside now as the two of them go across the start-finishing line with about 24 laps completed. Side by side into turn number 1. Look at this. Precision racing, two of NASCAR's finest. Bobby Allison, 50 years of age and still running strong, career earning $6.4 million. And they're real dollars. They're real dollars, not pesos like we've got here. Bobby Allison, Neil Bonnet very closely, and the big mover in the race, Dave Marcus, a regular on the Winston Cup Trail, runs in 3rd place. Ron Esau of California is in 4th. And just watch how closely Dave Marcus is. He has come up through the field, running strongly as we take race cam now with Neil Bonnet's car working the back straight. And he sits in the draft, and look at Marcus coming up on the inside, the big mover in this field today. Dave Marcus. Allison is caught 1 out and 1 back. He drops to 3rd. Bonnet now leads. These 3 guys were fooling around on the track last night, and it was incredible stuff to watch. Bonnet, Marcus and Allison nose to tail for about 20 laps just getting their cars right, so they're well rehearsed at this. Marcus runs a little wide coming out of 2. That allows Bobby Allison to get a little lower on the track and put himself into a position to challenge now as they go down towards turn 3. So Allison on the inside. Ron Esau in 4th, and Allison gets through to 2nd. How close are they as they come across the line? And coming down the inside of the pair of them is Ron Esau. They are 3 wide going down into turn number 1. What a move that one from Esau. He's now put Bobby Allison back 1 spot. And up on the inside too, Esau comes on strong now as he works the back straight. Marcus went in pretty deep and got wide. That's allowed both Esau and Allison to have another crack, and Allison really trying hard at the moment. Marcus came unstuck yesterday rushing in too deep. He really breaks late into turns 1 and 3. So the leader at the moment, car number 75, Neil Bonnet, enjoying a fairly decent sort of a gap from Ron Esau, then Bobby Allison, Dave Marcus and Herschel McGriff, followed by Sumner McKnight. And also picking up the draft is the veteran in the field, Herschel McGriff. There's Esau, car number 78. Bobby Allison sits behind him as they go once again up into turn 3. They enter turn 3, and of course they come off the next turn, which is 4, coming down the straight. And coming through the field, of course, running about 16th at the moment. Well, he's going to alter that as Alan Grice in the Foster's Oldsmobile carrying race cam. Keep in mind, he went to the back of the field, and he has been storming back through the pack. We'll watch him through here. Coming up in a whole group of cars. Swings down to the inside. 81 out against the wall. This guy's going to make it 3 wide with a dive down the inside. No, he'll sit behind the inside car. Lap number 50 complete as the leaders go across the line, and Grice comes back through the field. Here he is, swinging down on the inside. Can he make it 3 wide? In front of the grandstands, 88 about to get the run on the inside here from Grice. No. Turn number 1 again, they are tight. But Grice right behind Rick McRae now as they move on to the back straight. Now he gets out of the draft now and comes down the inside of him. McRae was totally sideways as he went into turn 1 that time. Now Alan Grice gets underneath him, puts the move on, and Grice moving to position number 15 in the field of 30 cars. Meanwhile, up front, the Alabama gang.
Car number 12, Bobby Allison in the Buick, and Neil Bonnet in the Valvoline Pontiac work the back straight.
If you think these guys are fooling around, they're getting around the circuit in 29 seconds, which is just over half a second off their qualifying pace.
At 224 kilometers an hour.
That's lap average.
Lap average, yeah. So they're topping 300 in the straights, and there's a spin coming into turn 2.
Yes, we've had one go down. There's that Terry Byers again. We'll wait and see. He's up the middle of the racetrack. Now tries to pull it down as the leaders go through. There's the blue smoke, Terry Byers. In the Tui's entry from Wollongong, the Southern Thunder car. Boy, that is lighting up your Goodyear Eagles. Between turns 1 and 2, Terry Byers. And back up the bank it goes. The field comes by.
Well, it's interesting what's happening here. Neil Bonnet is apparently going to bypass this yellow flag. They've got 80 laps worth of fuel on that car. Bobby Allison is taking advantage of it. Now, this could win or lose the race for one of those gentlemen. If it's a green flag situation from here to the end, pardon me, Bonnet's going to be in good shape. Allison has just built another pit stop into this race for him by stopping now.
Down for the start. And in fact, it'll be Neil Bonnet to lead away from Dave Marcus at 71. 28 then coming up through the field. Gary Collins into third. And Alan Grice is back to fourth place as they go into turn number 1. Can he pick up the pace? He's certainly very, very close indeed as he works onto the back straight. Goes beneath the 28 car. Let's recap the placings at the moment on the Castrol scoreboard. Neil Bonnet is your race leader. Dave Marcus runs in second. Alan Grice of Australia is third. Gary Collins fourth. And Bobby Allison fifth and on the move. Line of 280 to Goodyear 500 from Calder Park Thunderdome. Neil Bonnet, the Valvoline Pontiac, continues to lead the race. In second is Dave Marcus in the 71 car, but coming on very strong behind Marcus is Bobby Allison, who's been able to get past Alan Grice, who has been fading back through the field with brake problems, as we understand, and it's getting very tight up here at the lead as Bonnet tries to find a way past car number 11, goes down the outside of him. And here's Allison setting up here. Can he get two of them for the price of one? Down into the tri-oval, here's Allison pulling out of the draft. Tries to slam down the inside of Dave Marcus and regain second. The sprint down into turn number 1, he couldn't pull it that time. Marcus, how close are they? This time he gets him on the exit to turn number 2. Marcus on the outside. They're coming into a wall of cars, including Terry Byers. Bobby Allison looking for second spot. Marcus runs in second. And just in front of him is race leader Neil Bonnet in the Raymock Pontiac.
Lap 73. And this is the scrap.
They are coming up on a wall of cars, including Jim Richards. Watch the passing now. There's Allison, caught out just a little wide that time. Finds the run down on the inside now as Neil Bonnet moves on to the back straight. Marcus thinking about a run down the outside. Will he switch back to the inside? Gets the free draft down the back straight into the next turn. Now there's Jim Richards in the second of the Foster's Oldsmobiles. Jim is about to have a lap put on him fairly and squarely by the leading trio. Look at Bonnet down the inside. There is not much room down there, but he's found a neat little groove down there as he heads into turn number 1. Marcus still trails through there. Allison really hasn't had the best of run here with the traffic. He's caught back behind some of those cars. So Bonnet breaks free of the draft. But going with him is Dave Marcus in car number 71. There's Allison, back caught in that pack, working away at the inside groove. He's got 2. He's been working on here for the last couple of laps. See if he can break free.
I'm down here in Herschel McGriff's pit. He made an unscheduled pit stop for this reason here, a cut tire. Now, something is out there on the racetrack that did this to McGriff's tire, car number 98. He had to come in for an emergency pit stop, and of course he took on fuel and got back out. One of the trials and tribulations of super speedway stock car racing. Back to you, Mike.
Dickie Johnson, of course, carries one of our race cams today in the number 17 car.
In 5th position.
He's done a great job, keeping in mind that Dick put this car on the wall on Friday.
He was on the pace on Thursday, though, wasn't he? Well and truly. So he's got it in there, and that car qualified in last year's Daytona 500 at a speed of 212 miles an hour, backed by Ross Palmer's company in the United States, Redcoat.